broom do? He said it goes from side to side. I said, now Mr. Otis, if you take my advice, you'll be the richest man in town. You gotta take that broom that goes from side to side and make it go up and down. And that was good advice, good advice, good advice costs nothing and it's worth the price. I completely doubt that the world could do without my good advice.
Sir Isaac Newton came around to my house one day. His face was all sunburned and red. He said he didn't want to sleep in the shade of a tree because an apple might fall on his head. I said, Sir Isaac, you dumbbell, take my advice. Go right back there and sleep beneath that tree. And if you let that rotten apple fall down on your head, why, you'll discover gravity.
And that was good advice, good advice, good advice costs nothing and it's worth the price.
The world's a better place since I gave the human race my good advice.
A man named Mr. Waterman invented a tube. He was sad because it sprung a little leak. He said, darn it, when I hold my tube over a piece of paper, the ink leaks out and makes a little streak. He said, I gotta find a way to stop that leak. I'll start working on my leak-proof tube again. I said, Waterman, you idiot, don't stop that leak. You invented the fountain pen. That was good advice, good advice, good advice costs nothing and it's worth the price. I'm so worldly wise, I should win the Nobel Prize for good advice. Good old Henry Ford, he was a hard-working man. He worked all night and all day. I said, Henry, what you doing? And Henry, he said, I'm inventing the Chevrolet. He said, I've already built 25 models, one for each letter from A to Z. I said, you fool, there are 26 letters in the alphabet. He said, good heavens, I've forgotten the Model T. And that was good advice, good advice, good advice costs nothing and it's worth the price. It's useful as can be and it's absolutely free. My good advice.
Wilbur and Orville were two brothers named Wright, the nicest pair of kids you've ever seen. They worked 12 years on a secret project. They thought it was a washing machine. I said, fellas, what are all those wings for? They said, for hanging clothes out to dry. I said, you fools, take that washing machine out to Kitty Hawk and see if the darn thing will fly.
Good advice, good advice, good advice costs nothing and it's worth the price.
I'm so smart that I'm gonna win a Guggenheim for good advice.
Benjamin Franklin was a charming old man. He was always flying his kite. One night I said, Benji, why aren't you out with your kite? He said, because it's raining tonight. I said, Benji, sweetie, get back out there and to your kite string tie a key. Oh, this may shock you, Benji, my boy, but that's electricity. That was good advice, good advice, good advice costs nothing and it's worth the price. I'd be fond of you if you'd only listen to my good advice. Alexander Graham Bell was building a fence with some wood and a long piece of wire. He said, there's something strange going on around here. between, and you'll sponsor the telephone hour. And that was good advice, good advice, good advice costs nothing and it's worth the price. Every word you hear is the message of the year. Good advice. Christopher Columbus was a seaman second class when I told him that the Indies could be found by sailing to the west instead of sailing to the east. I advised him that I thought the world was round. I really thought so. And then I sent him down to see good Queen Isabel, to pawn her jewels for all they're worth. Next day he set sail, and as everyone knows, he fell off the edge of the earth. And that was bad advice. Bad advice. Bad advice is just the same as good advice. Everybody makes occasional mistakes, and that was bad
I feel a song coming on, and the morning is a victorious, happy and glorious new strain. I feel a song coming on. It's a melody full of the laughter of children out after the rain. You'll hear a tuneful story ringing through ya, love and glory, hallelujah. And now that my troubles are gone, let those heavenly drums come drumming, 'cause I feel a song coming on. Beyond the blue horizon waits a beautiful day. Goodbye to things that bore me, joy is waiting for me. I see a new horizon, my life has only begun. Beyond the blue horizon lies a rising I see a new horizon, my life has only begun. Beyond the blue horizon lies a rising sun. Thank you all. A 1, 2, 3.
Let's eat!
All right.